Hey, how is everybody doing this evening? It's Brent here from the Similitude of Prog. Today I'm going to bring you a review of the new Great Wide Nothing album, Hymns for Hungry Spirits, Part 2. Hymns for Hungry Spirits, Volume 2 by Great Wide Nothing. What's to say about the album? All right, let's start off with a bit of an introduction to the group. They are from Atlanta, Georgia, a neo-prog group, who of course was founded by bassist and vocalist and guitarist at times Daniel Graham. On keyboards we have Dylan Porter, and rounding out the group we have Jeff Matthews on drums. Right off the bat, you can hear that they get their inspiration from progressive rock of the 70s. And their first album was released back in 2019 called View from Olympus. And of course, Hymns for Hungry Spirits Volume 1 back in 2020. So if you like this latest album, I urge you to go check out those other two. In fact, check them out anyways because they're great albums just like this one. I was very surprised when I heard this album because the Hymns for Hungry Spirits Volume 1 was such an impactful and great album that I kind of thought it might be hard to top. But anyways, the boys have topped it and they've topped it very well. It even has, I dare say it, a matured kind of a feel to it. Not that they weren't good musicians to begin with, but they're even tighter on this album and really come into their own. And for as many times I've listened to it, it is not getting old and I'm enjoying it more and more after every listen. There's two things I really like about this album. The first is the length. It's an easy adjustable 42 minutes in length, which is, I think, the perfect length for an album. And the other being the structure of the album. I love how they got the shorter tracks first and then the long epic piece at the end. It just makes it for a better listening experience, I think. The album kicks off in a great way with Blind Eye to a Burning House. You know, it's almost like a punch in the face. It's a great way to start the album off. It's very energetic. It's quite heavy as well. One of my favorites on the album. And next we have a song called The Portal and the Precipice. And this song has some outstanding, I think it's a Hammond B keyboard to it. It's absolutely breathtaking. A shout has to go out to Dylan Porter for his performance on this song. Very reminiscent of, say, some early Deep Purple or some early Uriah Heep. He has really nailed the sounds of those groups for sure. Next we have a track called Viper, which is the ultimate song about a narcissistic person. I'm not sure what Daniel was doing with his vocals on this track, but wow, they sure stand out. I like how his voice sounds very aggressive without being overly aggressive. Overall, a great and energetic track. And then we have the fourth track, Inheritor, and I can use a couple words to describe this song as simply fun. An overall feel-good track, kind of like the first number, kind of like Blind Eye to a Burning House. It has the same kind of positive vibe, with a nice callback and feel of the 1980s, which I think works really well. And now we come to the big highlight of the album, The Find the Light, Part 2. And just for information, I suppose, Hymns for Hungry Spirits Volume 1 starts off with The Find the Light Part 1. So this is a nice kind of a bookend with the first album in the series of the Hymns for Hungry Spirits. And this is such a great song, you know, especially for a 20-minute epic. It is perfect. You can tell the group really sat down and fleshed this song out. The ebbs and flows of the song, I think, are particularly genius. And it certainly does not have that feeling of, you know, 4 or 5 or more tracks all kind of sewn together or whatever you want to call it. And another great thing about this song is it doesn't feel overly long. It doesn't sit there and waste your time. It feels like about a 5 or 6 minute song, which I think is something really hard to do when writing a 20-minute epic, such as To Find the Light Part 2. The group should be very proud of themselves. This is an exceptional song and the definite highlight of the album. So, in conclusion, I suggest you go out. I'll leave the links below. You can go to their Bandcamp page as well as their Facebook page and purchase these albums. These guys are the real deal, and I think they need to be supported. You won't be disappointed. Anyways, as a final rating, I'm going to give this album 94%. And like I said, and I'll say it again, check these guys out. Good night, everybody. Take care. Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my review and my insights on Hymns for Hungry Spirits Part 2. I'm going to show you off their discography on disc here. It's only 3 albums, so I thought I would do it just to kind of promote them for them. Anyways, here's the debut, The View from Olympus. Show you the disc real quick. Not awkward at all. Nope. Of course, we have the front cover there. Then we have the back with lyrics and credits and whatnot. Then we have Hymns for Hungry Spirits, Volume 1. There's the disc there. Yes, there's the front album cover. And there we've got lyrics and credits and whatnot. I love this color. It kind of matches my shirt. Lovely. And of course, the newest album, Hymns for Hungry Spirits, Volume 2. And this time it's autographed by the band. I'll show you the back again real quick. There's this disc. Oops, there's the front cover, autographed with my fingers so you can actually see it better. On the back, of course, we got some lyrics and credits. Also, about 5 months ago, I sat down with Andrew Graham and we talked about the future of the group and music in general. So I'll leave a link up here because it's quite a neat interview with him, and I think you'd enjoy it. Anyways, like I said earlier in the review, check these guys out, support them, please. They deserve it. They're a real tight, real great group. And Daniel's become a good friend over the few years that I've known him. And as always, let's look to the future and can't wait for more from these guys. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.